rich, nor is he royal, but...
I don't know, 5 pages of a notebook with different cue words until I hit Quidditch, and I knew that was the perfect one when I finally hit Quidditch. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a combination of football. Okay. How would you find out? How would you get an answer to that question? How could you find out? How do you?
Ask her.
Good. How can you ask her?
Write to her.
Write to her. Good. How else could you get some information on this author?
Email.
Very good. Do you know how to email?
No.
Want to learn?
Yeah.
Who knows how to email? Who knows how to do a search on the internet?
Star something. Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get? Answers?
Yeah, I
found it?
I got 2 of mine.
You did. How about you, Sharmi?
How did you come up with the idea from the book?
For the book? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And what'd she say?
Just feeling it in her head. Just
She
fell
started-
into her head.
Yeah, it didn't really,
She
it wasn't
started-
really an experience or
She
anything.
just started writing, and then it all started coming out.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading in the computer lab that she just thought of this idea while she was on the train. It just came in her head. And so, I don't know. I think if you're a writer and you really want to write, then you can just, sometimes you have an idea and then it just pops in your head and it makes a good book. Because I kind of write poems sometimes and I just was thinking and then I oh, this would make a good poem, and then I jot it down. So I think it just kind of pops up in your head.
And I think it's nice that they know something about the author and where they're coming from and their experiences, because I think that's where I want kids to write from. I want them to write from their own experience, but I don't want them to write from their own experience if it's boring. I want them to add, to embellish it and to make it more fun to read. So go ahead and start with something that was real, you know, your trip to Grandma's house, and then start going off and make something better of it. Make it interesting to the reader. Because it's not very, who wants to read a story about your dinner at Grandma's if nothing really happened?
We're lucky enough to be a part of the Penn Faulkner Writers in the Schools project, and every year the students get a chance to get a novel or a book from an author, and then the author...
Another year begins.
Bloody bird's a menace.
Old rivalries grow stronger.
Slytherin's gotten your secret.
Malfoy? You'll never catch me, Potter!
And something in the school's dark past will be awakened.
The Chamber of Secrets has indeed been opened.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
Whoa!
I am so lucky. How many kids in the world would pay to be doing this right now?
How do you create a world that's never been seen?
The Kew Gardens greenhouse was something that we also built. Part full size, part perspective, and part scenic painting, just flat, two-dimensional scenic painting.
It is hit. Mr. Potter will always be around to save the day. Don't worry, I will be.
Our next 2 presenters worked with some of the most illustrious directors of our times. Included in their list, Steven Spielberg, Alfred Hitchcock, and tonight's special honoree, Ridley Scott. Please welcome Alien star Veronica Cartwright and Gladiator star Djimon Hounsou.
We've been asked to present Ridley Scott with the DVD exclusive Director's Focus Award. And I think of no other director who is so richly deserves this honor.
As we all know, Ridley Scott is an amazing visionary. His hit films, Blade Runner, Thelma and Louise, and Gladiator,
along with Alien and Black Hawk Down, have made an indelible mark in the film industry. Certainly, if he had wanted, Ridley could have easily plopped those films onto a DVD, and his fans still would have been perfectly happy.
His special edition DVDs are filled with such elaborate bonuses that they've even been named after him, the Ridley Graham.
Let's take a look at the DVD world of Ridley Scott.
I think it's Louisiana Stories is the name of it, and it's just so helpful in understanding the characters of his books, especially the characters of this book, where you've got this aunt that raised him, who was crippled, and you've got this aunt in the book who is a significant influencer of his.